Today, on the Vince Everett Ellison Show, there is a cultural shift going on in the black community. They have this great little thing where these young black men are dressing better now called the quarter zip movement, and also they said that rap music is dying. We're going to talk about this cultural shift and that there are Democrats that are mad about it today on the Vince Everett Ellison Show. This thing started. Man, I tell you what, I'm so happy that I've lived to see this day. There's a nice little movement going on out there called the quarter zip movement.
You might have seen the rise of the quarter zip movement, and honestly, I'm obsessed. It's a wave of young black men and boys deciding, yeah, maybe sagging jeans and Nike streetwear aren't for me. Instead, they're putting on clean quarter zip, tailored chinos, and starting their mornings with Matcha and the Book of Proverbs. It's giving young gentleman era. It's a welcome, quiet cultural shift because it's young men saying, how I show up to the world matters. And they're right, it does. People treat you differently when you look like you respect yourself. On TikTok, creators like Jason Gyamfi, who's actually the founder of this movement, help spark the wave. You've probably seen his viral clip telling young men to get an education because being educated is cool now.
It's cool to go to school for 4 years and get your degree, or however long it takes you. It's cool. Go to school.
Then you've got the Akitunde twins who tell their followers to look neat, speak clearly, and start the day with the word of God.
The one thing that remained faithful is that guy up there. Thank you guys. Y'all have a blessed day. Love y'all.
And their jokes are elite. Instead of sliding into a woman's DMs, they'll be like, no, send her a Google Calendar invite. Quarter zip men don't ask for your Snapchat, they send meeting links. But beneath the humor is something real. They're choosing discipline over dysfunction.
It's not cool to be uneducated, unruly, violent, and far too long that's been a trend and it's only been getting worse. So this whole quarter zip movement is to break that.
They're choosing aspiration over sloppiness. And they're showing that black youth culture doesn't have to be dictated by rappers, gang culture, or the loudest voices in chaotic industries. You can be well-spoken, well-dressed, spiritually grounded, and still cool. That's why this movement feels bigger than quarter zips. It's funny and playful, yes, but it's also genuinely hopeful. It's a generation of young men deciding they want better and choosing to present themselves like they mean it. So quarter zips up, gentlemen.
These young black men are wearing these nice sweaters and with ties, and they're dressing up. I saw this thing on TikTok where they said that they drinking this thing called Matcha. I didn't know what it was. I looked it up, and it's a tea that calms you, and it doesn't have caffeine in it, but it helps you with your mind and your mood. And they're reading the Book of Proverbs, and they've said that it is possible to be disciplined, well-spoken, well-dressed, and still be cool. I know it is because I'm all of that. And, you know, people have talked about the way I dress on my podcast. And they've asked me, and so many people have thanked me for it. Women have brought their sons to my speeches, and they said they just want to meet me because I teach these young men how to act like men. In my comments, young men have said I'm the father that they never had because I'm giving them advice. I'm telling them about how to dress properly, how to act properly. And y'all, here's the thing. One thing the left don't want you to know, that when you dress properly, it's a sign that you respect yourself. And when you respect yourself, other people respect you also. That's an absolute truth. When you see a young man that walks around, he doesn't necessarily have to have on a suit and tie, but if he just has on a blazer and slacks, shine shoes or shirt, you're going to stop and look and say, what? If he has his hair cut and he's well groomed, you're going to pay attention to him. You know why? He's showing you something a lot of these young men don't show any longer. He's showing you, I have self-respect. Self-respect. And then people will treat him with respect. But you know what? Sadly, there are people that are against this movement.
Understand what men in general, but especially black men's obsession is with defining themselves by their clothing and not really actively doing any. It's not deeper than just like, well, we can put on suits. I can also put on a suit. What is the point that you're trying to make here? Like, it's like costume. Like, let's dress up as the social idea of success or productivity or decent, productive human being. I don't know. I don't even understand what y'all are trying to communicate to us. Associating yourself with this like stereotypically white style. See how that's one, offensive to you as a black person, upholds white supremacy, but is also reductive of your like humanness. I don't know. It's like everything all the time with them. Nothing latches.
We don't do Nike tag. We don't do coffee. It's straight quarter zips and matchas around here.
We don't do Nike tags, we don't do coffee, we drink matchas and wear quarter zips, gang. Bro. We don't do those type of stuff no more. And I go to school now and I read books, bro, and I go to the library. I don't do those activities no more.
Rule number one, as soon as you put on a quarter zip, you become an elitist. Any man that doesn't have one next to you is a peasant, respectfully speaking.
I just saw a white man comment, the quarter zip movement is doing more for the black community than the Black Lives Matter movement ever could. And I would just like to take this time to remind y'all that respectability politics will never save the black community.
I'm telling you right now, the CIA will not let the black community slide with wearing quarter zips.
Quarter zip trend is a recession indicator, and a stone cold post-2000s great recession indicator at that.
That ghetto reprobate mind that's only comfortable with you if you're acting crazy. You know what they say, they don't want you to come up? Crabs in the barrel. You acting, and they got a nerve to say you acting white. Because you acting civilized, they call that acting white. Try to put a derogatory term on acting respectfully. That's how they see black people. This is how the left sees us. That if you are acting like, if you're dressing nicely and you're acting elegantly and you're speaking properly, they say you're not black. That means they say black people are nasty, dirty, and stupid. Those are not the black people I know. And that's why when I looked at this and I saw this quote unquote movement, I said to myself, well, that's how my nephews dress. That's how the young men I know dress anyway. And it's catching on. You know, this cultural shift, it's been a long time coming. I think that when you leave people alone, they will start identifying best practices. And I don't know, you know, you can only make going to jail and smoking crack look like it's look elegant and look like it's a good social movement for so long. Because after a while, they're gonna start seeing that a crackhead's teeth fall out, that an inmate coming out of jail is usually ravaged and beaten, and he's antisocial and can't get a job. You know, even though they put these things in rap songs to try to make you think that there's something that you should aspire to be.
People bent over, appearing as if they were frozen in place, is a common sight in San Francisco's Tenderloin district. The simple explanation?
It's a degree of loss of consciousness and a degree of loss of muscular control.
Fentanyl is responsible, but the effects of the opioid continue to linger on as the person continues with their daily life. In most cases, awake, but not able to stand up. We bumped into Andy Berger, who tried to explain his physical state at that moment. When did you last use fentanyl?
Today.
So it's still obviously in your body.
Yeah, for sure.
And you're not able to, straighten up.
I mean, I can. It just it hurts a lot to have to do that.
Fentanyl can be both a short-acting drug and a long.
I want to be a rapper. I want to go to jail. I want to be on the streets. I want to sell dope. I want to be a hoe. After a while, when you see the examples when you see what happens to these people, the examples that society sets out to show you what this lifestyle really does to you, sometimes you're supposed to say, look, man, I don't want any parts of that. See, that's how I was. I was brought up where I saw these people. And I would see what happens to an alcoholic. I said, man, I don't want to be no alcoholic. This dude, old dude in the neighborhood used to go to jail all the time for alcohol. That joker's just always drunk, going to jail all the time. I said, I'm not going to be alcoholic. I saw people smoking, coughing, all that. Teeth rotting. I said, man, I'm not going to smoke. Saw people eating too much and getting fat, wouldn't exercise. Walking around 40 years old looking like their life is over with. I said, man, I don't want no parts of that. So I exercised and ate right. And I think that the young black men today and the young men, period, young people looking at, what do I want? What do I want? Do I want the ghettos, the hood, jail, drugs? Is that my life? And some people want that. I've heard this song. Maybe it was Rihanna talking about this. I want a rude boy. Joke ain't got no job, has no prospects. He's going to be living with you, taking your money and beating you up. And I've seen women seek out men that'll beat the hell out of them. Leave from one relationship with a dude that's beating the hell out of him, and then get another dude and he going to beat out. I'm looking at him and said, you must just love getting the hell beat out of you, because everybody you get, don't want a good man. If brother going to work and treat him nice, don't want him. You deserve what you get. I have looked at guys, maybe God has given me a discerning spirit, and I look at the boy and I said, what the hell, you can't see this? How did you know he was no good? Well, one thing that gave me him away was that he had I'm an N-word written on his forehead. Another one was he called you a hoe. Every time he called you, I thought your name was hoe because that's all he called you. Come here, hoe. Another was that every time I saw him, I could see his underwear because his pants were sagging down behind his. So I knew he was on the other side, And you got these girls that like these dudes. This boy don't comb his hair and won't bathe, ain't got no job. What did you see in him? He fine. Is that right? Is that going to pay your rent? Is this going to take care of that baby you getting ready to have? Y'all, these young men have decided that they're going to clean themselves up. They're going to act respectfully. They're going to go to school. They're going to either start businesses or they're going to get employed. They've decided that they're going to start listening to music and watching things on TV that's going to uplift them. They're going to start reading books that are going to inform them properly, like the Book of Proverbs that tells you, son, obey your father. Son, obey your father. Because society will tell you, don't listen to your father. These strangers know what's best for you. Listen to them. Don't listen to your father. He's a Neanderthal. These strangers, these people that have never done anything for you, they know more than your father knows. Listen to them. The people that love you the most, don't listen to them. Listen to us, the strangers. It's the devil speaking in the ear of Adam, isn't it? Don't listen to God. Listen to me. These young men say they're going to read the Book of Proverbs. They're not getting up in the morning time drinking 40s. They're getting up in the morning drinking matcha. They have made a decision that they are going to better their lives. They are on a path of self-improvement. And you're going to find people over on the Democratic Party and a bunch of black iron triangle folks that are going to try to turn them back to the streets. And it's a shame. I want y'all to watch this movement. I want you to watch the quarter zip movement. I want you to encourage it. I want you to try to help these young men understand that there is elegance in life, that they have to be able to look at the ill-made works of man and not confuse them with goodness. They have to be able to look at things that are bad and recognize them on sight and turn from them. They have to understand why this is bad. In the ghetto, a reprobate mind has ensued. Well, right is wrong is right. where evil is good and good is evil. Or if a girl is a virgin, now she's ridiculed. And these young ladies are esteemed by their body count. These young men are proud of the people they've shot, of the women they've mistreated, the things they've stolen and lies they've told. We have to turn it back around. And maybe this little movement here, maybe this is part of a great awakening that I've been a small part of. A great awakening that when we look back on it, we're going to say, when did it start? It started there, when these young men decided to start cleaning themselves up. When these young men decided to start reading again. When these young men decided to start taking care of their bodies again. When they start respecting themselves again. And when they started respecting themselves, America started respecting them. So here to the quarter zip movement. Here, keep it going forward. I'm going to press it, I'm going to push it, and I'm going to applaud you. And y'all keep this going. And I'm going to keep bringing you this good news because I'm here to wake you up. Hope I did you some good here today. So join me again for another edition of the Vince Everett Ellison Show. All right, friends, Vince Everett Ellison is here. I want you to go to my website. And on my website, you're going to see a lot of great stuff, man. You're going to see that we got t-shirts, we got caps. You got my books, my documentaries. You got all kinds of stuff on VinceSpeaksTruth.com. Go there. We're dropping new t-shirts. We're dropping new merchandise. My new book, The End of Tolerance, is there. The End of Tolerance. Make sure you get it. Make it #1. If you got my first 3, get The End of Tolerance. It's just as good. And it's telling us we have to end our tolerance with these leftists, these Democrats. We can no longer allow them to sexually groom our children. We can no longer allow them to castrate little boys and call them little girls, run God out of the public square, take away our guns, take away our sovereignty. No longer allow it. So go on VinceSpeaksTruth.com. That is VinceSpeaksTruth.com. Hit merchandise. You'll see the t-shirts. You'll see the caps. You'll see the books. You'll see the documentaries. You'll see it all. And let's keep this ball rolling. God bless you.